Hello, friends. I actually had a very different video planned for this morning, but I have run out of time because I've had the most stressful morning. I lost the key to my friend's beautiful apartment, so I spent the morning retracing my steps throughout heatwave London, trying to find this key, which I ultimately then found inside the apartment. So I am actually feeling quite riled up right now myself. I can feel my body is tense. My breathing is shallow. I can feel I'm annoyed also. There's a lot of irritation in my system right now. So what I'm going to do instead in terms of video is just do what I typically do in these moments, especially when I don't have a lot of time, like now, is do a series of physiological sighs. So that's a very short breath. Can't even find my words anymore. It's a very short breathing technique that is shown to be very beneficial in terms of pushing back on the stress response in the moment. So it's not something that you have to do for 10 minutes in order to feel the benefit. I often do 5 or 10 of these physiological sighs, and it really helps me, well, first of all, get out of the head, which in these moments can be quite a vicious place to be, and just go into the body and then use the breath, use the exhale to release tension in my body and lower my heart rate. So I will do 10 of these. And the way they work is you're going to take a deep inhale, and then you're going to top it up with a second inhale, and then a long, slow exhale. So the inhale is through the nose, and the exhale is through the mouth. So it looks like this. Now, I've seen people do these in very different ways. Some people do them very fast, so more of a... That's an option. I really love doing them very slowly and very intentionally, even leaving a bit of pauses in between the different sections of the breath cycle. So I take a deep inhale, I hold, I top it up, I hold, and then I do a long extended exhale all the way to lungs empty. I hold, and in that hold, I try to fully relax. I feel my feet, I feel my body, I release tension in the shoulders, the face, and I really wait for my body to tell me when to inhale again. So this way of doing it really helps me slow down and take my full attention out of my head and into my body, into my breath. So let's say 10 of these. I always tend to lose count when I'm doing them, so don't hold me to this. I'm going to do roughly 10 of these. So try to just follow me. And what I think you'll notice, what always happens for me is in the beginning they feel a bit restricted and a bit stilted, but the more I go through these cycles, the softer the breath becomes. The deeper I can inhale, the longer I can exhale. I can literally feel my body soften. I can feel my breath become easier and gentler. And I really try to feel into that because it's like I can feel the tension and the irritation almost like leaving my body. So anyway, enough talking. Let's just do it together. So you can stand up. I like to do them standing up because you don't always have time to sit down. But you can definitely also do these sitting down or lying down, whatever feels right to you right now. I like to close my eyes when I can. So let's do this together. You're going to take an inhale. So as expected, I've completely lost count, but keep going as I guide you through a few more cycles. So really taking in that deep inhale, slow and gentle. Holding for just a second and then topping it up again. Hold, and then a long, slow exhale, and really try to go all the way to lungs empty. And then wait in that pause. And in that pause, relax your shoulders, your face. Really soften, and then you inhale again. So let this be a very controlled, very intentional sequence. And often what can help, it can help for me as well, is to almost narrate the sequence, to again occupy the mind so it doesn't go stir crazy again. So I often tell myself, inhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. So just kind of narrating the different parts of this breath cycle. And then just going deeper and deeper into this breath pattern. And what I always find is, like I mentioned, it helps me slow down. With every breath cycle, it becomes a little bit softer, a little bit slower, a little bit longer. Now, I have no idea if this video was all over the place, because I feel all over the place in my system. So I hope this is still valuable and you were able to follow along and potentially feel a shift in your system. I do want to say, if you don't immediately feel a shift in your system, that is also very normal. These techniques take some time to influence you. So it's especially if you're someone who tends to be quite stressed and more on the activated side, like one breath cycle or two breath cycles might not have an immediate impact on you. If anything, sometimes kind of slowing down and focusing on the breath can even feel more activating. So whatever you notice in this moment is right. There is no real right or wrong to this. All you can do is practice this and continue to do it, not only in moments of activation, but also in moments of calm, so that over time you teach your system to respond to this. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to get on with my day. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, any observations, anything at all, leave it in the comments. Bye.